Tribulation Kids presents a Tribulation production.
Yeah, it's D-Nail. What's crack-a-lacking? I'm in the house. Shout out to the chat. Appreciate y'all being in the house. Shout out to William Gilbert checking in. I appreciate you, man, because I know you've been busy. Yo, I just wanted to come live, man. I'm having a rough day. I had a rough start, even getting started today. I ain't even gonna lie. A little irritated, but, you know, it seemed like it's getting better, so I ain't gonna even trip. So shout out to everybody that stopped by. Shout out to Maria Michelson is checking in as well. Appreciate you. Man, so I started my day thinking that I was gonna be, you know, able to just do the live stream and everything would just go well. But I actually started the live stream and then I'm now coming back out here to do it again because I was clumsy, man. I spilled my stuff, man, all on my equipment. I had to clean it up right quick and I'm good, you know, but I had to go get me a drink, you know, from the store. And, and the lady just, you know, she blessed me, you know, she gave me a free drink, you know, so that made me feel a little bit better. And then I was looking for my Carmex, you know, I can't live life without my Carmex, you know, so I'm walking around looking everywhere for it. And I seemed like I didn't have it for the last 2 days, you know what I mean? So my life ain't been right. And I found my Carmex and my PJs. so we good. I'm in the house, man. I made it here. I wanted to come live, man. I've been working on some stuff that I was saying to myself, I didn't think I was going to release anything this month. If people are following my other channel and the stuff I've been doing as of lately, just because I think I just want to kind of tighten my stuff up. Kind of, you know, stock up on my inventory, you know what I mean, write some new stuff. So I kind of just been in my own little bubble, in my own little world, you know, just kind of doing some stuff for me to have some time ahead in the future. So I've been really busy with that, you know, and I wanted to do something this week, you know what I mean, and continue to just do it. I don't know if I'm gonna continue to do an open mic on Saturday. You know what I mean? I might just come in the house and see who come in, and then we move like that, you know. But as far as me just planning stuff, you know, like I'm a spare the moment type of person, very spontaneous, and it's hard for me to schedule something, you know. When it comes to live streaming, you know, sticking to the schedule, I'll be amped up, ready to go, you know, ready to go live. And it's just be hard for me to just wait for the time to be, you know what I'm saying? Like my mood to change by then. So, you know, I don't know why it's like that, but it's been like that for a long time, you know? So I just want to keep it moving, man. I was trying to get into the mood and just, you know, feeling something today. But I kind of just, I don't know. I just need more energy, you know, just to get by, you know? So I wanted to check in, see what the people was talking about, you know, shout out to the ones. You know, let me put them on the screen just because you got the hammer and the 100, you know, William Gilbert, check in, you know, that's somebody that I'm just used to seeing in my background, you know, just, you know, hanging out, you know. Hopefully you staying encouraged, man. Hopefully you guys are pushing through this 2026, you know what I mean? You're doing what makes you happy, you know, continue to just press, you know. I had a chance to stop by Raw Garcia live stream earlier, you know, and I usually do just in the morning, you know, and it was just funny to be there, you know what I mean? So shout out to R.A. Garcia, you know, she had me out there rolling, you know, a little bit, but I had a chance just to say, what's up? What is wrong with Trip? I heard you say you have a tough day. Yeah, it's a little rough, you know. Mine ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? I'm just as human as anybody else. You know, I struggle like anybody else. I go through things as well. You know, just try to push through it. You know, I was kind of keeping my eyes open to a lot of things that been going on in the world as of lately. I kind of been going on my other profile. Shout out to BDBGP. How you feeling? How you living? You in the house? I appreciate you, bro, for checking in. Let me. I wish StreamYard would change this, man, because I wanna get to this quicker. But shout out to my man. 6 people in the building. Appreciate y'all. Yo, I was gonna ask y'all, man, because I had seen something on my other profile. You know, I wanted to kind of keep my eyes open to stuff that's going on in the world. But it was, I guess, in England. You know, she came in the house. You know what I mean, and she said, you know, she believes that, and I believe she used the U.S. I'd have to look up what I was seeing earlier, but she believes that there's going to be some type of alien disclosure of information that's going to come out that's going to have the economy doing some things, you know what I mean? And that's just me putting it into my words, you know, but I was just curious to know, you know, like, do y'all believe that? Like, it seems like that has been the topic as of lately. A real heavy topic is, you know, aliens. Like, do they exist, or are they living amongst us? You know what I mean? Like, it's not something people think about, you know what I mean, but it is something that is becoming to be a topic out, you know, in the world. And I was just curious to know what people thought. Yeah. Let's see. Oh snap! I got my parking spot back. Oh, cause I ain't been at work. Yeah, man. That's one thing about me, you know, and I think I want to say this just cause, you know what I mean. I ain't never looked at myself to ever try to be no big, you know, YouTuber or live streamer or anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just enjoy actually, you know, making content. I enjoy people. You know, when it came down to me having my own platform, you know, just to being able to speak and just chill, you know, um, it's not, nothing is required. You know what I mean? For me to be myself, you know what I mean? I don't have to set up for that, you know. And I was thinking to myself, like, you know, I ain't never tried to be, you know, nothing more than I really am. Like, I just love people, you know what I mean? And I don't try to come to people chat just, you know what I'm saying, to interact with people and meet people like that. Like, I'd rather just start my live stream and come out here, you know what I'm saying, and meet people just because, you know what I mean? Like, it's a lot of people out here that's grinded. They put in the work, you know what I mean? And the people that come see them, you know what I'm saying? Like, them people love them, you know what I mean? I'll never try to interact with, you know, content creators' audience, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people share their audience and people like that, and we do that type of thing in the community. But I'm just, you know, with all due respect and support, you know what I'm saying? I think I just been through so many different experiences out here, you know what I mean? That it's just, I don't mean no disrespect to other content creators, you know what I'm saying? I'll come say what's up, you know, and chill for a minute. But I just never want to be the one that look like I'm pulling somebody out, you know what I'm saying? Somebody chat or something. Shout out to the guitar professional. How you been, man? Good to see you, man. What's up, man? Good to see you, man. Trips, I'm gonna showcase your video and Malik Jordan on the Battle of Bars finale this Sunday. Here's the battle. Bet. Let me put that on the screen. Pin this message. Boom. Let's see. I've been good, man. Shout out to you, the guitar professional, man. That's somebody I known for a while out here. You know what I mean? Real smart dude. You know what I mean? Funny dude. You know, he liked to, you know, he liked people. You know what I mean? But he got a great sense of humor. You know, and he keeps his eyes to the things that's going on in the world. You know, and you see a professional. I don't know if something came out of my mouth trying to cough in the butt. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm trying to get sick. Mine ain't sounding the same. I ain't looking the same. Like, the boy got to grow back into his live stream. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm just like, I'm missing what I'm supposed to be looking like, what I'm supposed to be feeling like, sounding like. I feel like my vision, you know what I mean? I'm so focused on it. Like, y'all don't even know. Like, behind the scenes, I'm really, 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 really hard on myself. You know what I mean? Depressed. You know, this morning you know, I had some extra time because I woke up early. I did some things, got some stuff done, just doing the work I've been doing. And then all of a sudden, it's just like I took my shower and got back in the bed and just laid there. And I said to myself, I don't remember the last time I just laid down. You got to get up. You got stuff to do. And that's how I did it, man. Like, damn, I'm tired, yo. I'm so seriously tired. And it seems like I'm just always moving. I'm always trying to do something, trying to discover something, trying to learn something, trying to research something, trying to better myself. You know what I'm saying? Building with me, building my character. I'm just, spending a lot of time with myself. And I feel like these days it's like my imagination is growing, you know what I mean? And I'm picking up, little habits where I would like to sit down and work with, you know what I mean? Work with that or do that or, spend time, with that idea. It's, I don't know if it's just me or what, like I'm going somewhere right now. Like it's a way for me to just, escape my real reality and really pay attention to what it is that is giving me passion, what it is giving me drive, what it is that's not making me feel so simple. I feel a little more complex, you know what I mean, where people were trying to figure me out. But it's like, we say winter depression. Is that what it is? It was cold this morning, man. I'm telling you, I started feeling like I was in a bad mood. I was having a rough day. It was cold outside. And I don't mind the cold, but it's like when you start getting chill bumps, it's too cold for me, and I get chill bumps easy. And I was just like, I just want to snuggle up and just chill, you know what I mean? I have stuff to do. The food is in the medicine. The medicine is in the food. You know what I'm saying? It depends how you put it. You know what I mean? Like when we talk about medicine, like we got to be mixing some word of God up in there in some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? That's where we can get the food with the medicine for sure. Listen, we need a pack of juicy panna this month. What I was thinking the other day. And people probably ain't gonna feel this, yo. But listen, I'm trying to get sick, man. You getting sick, man? Oh man, I need you to get you some Theraflu or some NyQuil and just be easy. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. I was like, yo, do y'all still eat? Like, I don't know if they could do it. I don't know if they can do it now. So I'm gonna say back in the day, boy. Remember, I'm just gonna start it like that. Remember when back in the day they used to eat and I ain't even gonna say eat, they used to chew Big Red. I don't know why I was thinking about the Big Red gum. Remember the Big Red chewing gum? And then I was thinking, remember they used to eat juicy fruit too? Remember the juicy fruit? Does anybody? Okay. I just wanted to bring that up. It was on my mind, you know what I mean? But I was saying to myself, man, I feel like laughing, and sometimes when I'm just in a certain mood, you know what I mean, I try to go get that, because that's that footage I want. That's what I need. You know what I mean? When I'm feeling like that, I won't go through them darker, them depressed days, or what I mean, isolated days. I don't feel like I'm really having those isolated days anymore because I found something to do with my time, and it doesn't give me a chance to think about so much, at one time. But yeah, I know you. Let's see. We need 6-pack of juicy piney up in this mode. I don't even know what the juicy piney is. Like, you gonna have to break that down for me because you know a couple things that I don't. So yeah, man, I just been kind of vibing, you know what I mean, trying to come up with something that I could create. Spend some time with some stuff, spending some time with some people, doing some things, that's important to me, and I had a chance. Shout out to Kahana coming through the door with the I don't know Kahana. Like Kahana, man. Look, check this out. I decided to put my drink on the floor and hoping not to kick it. You know what I mean? Like it's one of them days for me. I'm losing focus. You know what I mean? And I need to take my time. You know what I mean? And just relax. God, you remember the Good Time Professional? Yeah, man. I appreciate y'all stopping by, man. What y'all got going on, man? And he got the hammer and the honey. You know, I got to put him on the screen for that. The hammer and the honey, he checked in. Boy, that's the roll call for the people that don't know. You know, and I just want to make sure that I say that. You know, I'm hanging in there. Yo, so check this out. So last night, right? I ain't even gonna front. Like we went to this show last night, right? And I could tell you, man, like it was a good show, you know what I mean? But I didn't know that I could record some stuff until they said it at the end. So I started recording some stuff. But I could tell you the show was pretty good. And the lady was out there dancing and stuff, right? But they had something hooked to her head, like her ponytail. Like she was out there spinning around on her ponytail. You ever seen somebody spin? Yo, I'm talking about it was it was good though, man. I enjoyed it. It's called the Apple. Some Apple, you know what I mean? I have to look it up right here, but it was all right. Let's see, watch y'all gonna get some mess. Nah, not like that, not like that. No, I'm not in the streets like that. Well, I didn't show. I'm trying to go see real quick because I took a picture of it. Um, Mad Apple, that's what it's called, Mad Apple. And it was pretty good. You know, it was at the New York, New York. If you ever been to the New York, New York, it's actually a pretty cool place. I seen it when it first opened. You know, because I'm from out here or whatever. But when New York, New York first opened, yeah, I was thinking to myself, man, it's been a while since I took my live stream somewhere, and you know, we used to have fun with that. Whether I'm driving somewhere or whatever, you know, just the scenery. Um, it's some stuff, you know, I would like to do, but it's probably gonna, you know, be about 2 or 3 months. You know what I mean? When it start getting a little warmer, maybe I'll get back out there. But I was thinking about it, man. Like I experienced so much fun on my live stream. Like it's y'all, man. Like the people. Like I don't care to, you know, have a big platform or grow any further. You know what I'm saying? Like I enjoy just the little people I got. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm faithful with that. To just say, you know, I ain't trying to get out there and just, you know, try to be big. You know what I mean? Like I'm cool. You know, you ain't gonna shout out to my man coming through the door. Man, another roll call, man. Like, yo, let's check it in, man, with the street cred. Like, Red Bird, shout out to you, man. I was thinking about you this morning because, man, I was driving and a daggone bird was walking right in front of me. Like, man, yo. If I would have hit him, I would have been wrong. You know what I mean? But I was just thinking, you know what I mean? When I was young, you know, this dude got locked up, you know what I mean? One of my friends, and he was telling us about the dude that he was locked up with. And he said, man, I was up in there with this dude that he got locked up for invading the flight of a pigeon. You know what I mean? So I'm thinking, whoa. You know, you want to be careful about them birds out there in these streets, you know, but because it was a bird, I was thought about him. So shout out to you, Bird, and salute, man. Appreciate you stopping by. What you got for me today, Bird? Like, look, man, you be coming with some heavy stuff, you know what I mean? And he be cracking me up. He is funny. So the chat ain't moving, man. I know y'all busy. You know, I usually like to try to come around this hour. I know that y'all be busy. A lot of y'all be at work and stuff like that, you know. So I used to always feel like I was the Walkman, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm in everybody's pocket, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when they at work and stuff like that, like I'm chilling with them, you know what I mean? While they working, you know, and they chilling with me while I'm on the live stream. You know, that was just what was fun for me, you know. 8:15 getting out here doing the morning coffee club, you know, that was just fun. So it's always good to see y'all, man. Salute, guys. Yeah, man. It's a little cold, you know. I was a little bored, doing some things. I was trying to clean up. You see the broom right over there still. Let's see. Proper communication is at all the time low. Proper communication at all time low. People just don't communicate no more. That's a good one. I mean, I a lot of people really take to themselves. You know what I mean? I want, you know, I ain't got no advice for nobody or nothing like that, you know, but it's the truth, you know, like, you know, I I don't think people people really are communicating like that. Like, you know, people ain't got much to say no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, living in the silent world. Yeah, man. So I wanted to at least try to get one this week, man. I don't know about doing this thing on Saturday no more, you know, just because, man, like, man, I can't just be inviting anybody up. That's just the bottom line, you know what I'm saying? And I think my friends gonna feel the same way when they get to watching it. Like, man, who is that? You know, I know y'all did that. I know y'all did that on the open mic last time, and then, man, I'm out here. I ain't had nobody to talk to. I'm out here talking to Chat GPT. I shouldn't put myself out there like that. I know, but still, you know what I'm saying? It's content. It was just something to do, you know. I have fun. I ain't gonna lie. I have fun with the live stream. Y'all make sure y'all hit up my man BDB on the pen. You know, if y'all don't mind going over there, just say what's up. Like, his live stream already up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't mind checking in for the kid. You know, at least like we got some real ones. You know what I'm saying? that arrive. Look, people use deceptive speech and call you bad for not believing it. Deceptive speech. Oh Lord. Well, I mean, the Bible does say, you know, that many will be deceived. I mean, I ain't trying to get out there like that, you know, but it's the truth, bird. And Kahana is also dropping his link. You see what I'm saying? He comfortable, like, yo, y'all promote y'all things and what y'all got coming up, what y'all got going on, y'all playlists, put them something in the chat. You know what I mean? Like, look, if people watch this back, if they look in the chat or something, they can come across what you got going on. You know what I mean? Like, yo, we out here networking. You know, I want y'all to feel comfortable. Y'all talk to whoever y'all want to. It's easy to do the at that person. You know what I mean? Just because, you know, I read the chat. You know what I mean? But if you don't mind, I would allow myself, or like to allow myself to just run and just talk. You know, because it be some things that's on my mind and some things that's troubling me. 7 people in the house. Original song lyrics and melodies. That's right. That's right. 7 people in the house. Man, so what y'all do this weekend? How was your weekend? How is your week going? This is Wednesday, like the hump day. Like, it's Monday for me. I ain't gonna front. It feel like I'm starting my work week, you know, and I'm getting out here trying to go now, you know, so hit the like button. If y'all don't mind hitting the like button, you know what I'm saying? We can get a couple more people. Maybe it'll pop up on somebody's timeline. I don't know, you know. But man, I've been battling with some stuff behind the scenes. Just really trying to push myself, you know what I mean? Shout out to my man Ike Izzo, and I want to say that because I don't know if you guys are friends with him on Facebook, but he released some stuff. His book is out, you know what I mean? And shout out to him. Shout out to my man coming through the door, Black Guns and Gardens. Man, shout out to you. Salute, sir. I appreciate you. Triple H in the chat. Man, I appreciate you. I mean, y'all some good peoples in the community, man. I'm very excited right now, to be honest with you. I'm a little nervous, but I'm getting past my nervousness. You know, 9 people now, so we almost at the double digits. Pushing in. Appreciate all 9 of y'all. You know, hopefully y'all having a good one. You know what I mean? This Wednesday, man. Get this week done quick. Let's go. You know, keep pushing yourself. You know, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling myself the same thing. You know, sometimes you got to encourage yourself. You know, push yourself, even when ain't nobody there. You know. I appreciate all 9 of y'all. Usually I'm here by myself, you know, I'm just keeping it real. But that's just me getting back in motion, you know what I mean, and trying to get myself back on, you know. So I do appreciate y'all coming through. I had a rough day this day, you know, starting, but it's getting better. Julie B, shout out to Julie B coming through the door. I appreciate you, Julie B. How you been? Yeah, appreciate you. Look, yo, Julie B, I used to think you was shy. She ain't shy. She cool, y'all. Yeah, I appreciate you, and I hope that you're doing well as well. You know what I mean? And tell your friends I said what's up. You know, all your friends. You know, and I'm glad you feel comfortable enough to come by yourself and hang out because you already know. You know what I mean? You welcome it, man. Shout out William. William already know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out, yo, cause she come through. You know what I'm saying? And if your friends, they probably watch the replay or they don't watch it at all or they won't come through. But you feel comfortable enough to come by. I appreciate you. She said, I noticed your lie. I appreciate you. You know what I mean? But we know you up in here, and you welcome, and I hope you come back, and bring some more of your friends, because we know all y'all, and we out here in these streets, we want you to know we out here, and that if y'all want to do something, we could do something, if y'all you know what I mean? Like, look, Julie B, let's put together a concert or something. You know what I mean? Get the peoples together. You know what I mean? And, I was just playing, but no, seriously, you know what I mean? If you got something you want to do, let me know, because it's good to see you in the house. So with 7 people in the house, man, look, we're going to try our best to get out here and do as much as we can do this year. I have been on my other channel at the Tribulation Network, and I even been trying a little gaming over there. I have not been doing that bad. Now I've been doing bad. It's been bad, but I'm getting better. Just getting a little bit of time to go and get at least 2 or 3 games in a day. And that's been fun for me. Just kind of like being able to do it around the clock. Whenever I would like. So I just want to put that out there that y'all are more than welcome to come to my other channel too, where I'm live streaming at and putting content. And right now I'm trying to just like really stock up on my inventory to get my stuff together. But after I get my stuff together, I will be putting out more videos of the content I've been, creating as of lately. I took a couple of days off. I had the open mic on Saturday. I don't know if that's going to be something I'm going to continue to do, to sharing the link and just keeping the link in the chat. That's just not how I move out here. And I don't think a lot of content creators move like that. You know what I mean? You really got to keep your eyes open when you're doing that. And it was one time it looked a little close to me. Like, you know what I mean? I had to wash somebody's hands, so I don't want to be like that. So I'll probably just be putting stuff together with like co-hosts or, trying to put a show together. Like we have a title and stuff to talk about. But as of right now, I think I've just been, trying to get back steady on my live, practicing, trying to learn how to speak again, all the rest of that. What up, Will? Yeah, see, I've been wanting y'all to talk. I ain't gonna front. I've been wanting y'all to connect. Look, I'm overdue for a road trip to Vegas. I'm just saying. Well, what do you think? I told you where we need to go as a group. What up, gunslinger? That's what I'm talking about, man. I would love for y'all two to connect, man. Seriously. And I think both of you guys know why without me saying much, But William, if he's still here in the background, Bert is hollering at you in the chat. See, that's the thing. See, William, he'll drop the phone and keep it moving. He ain't going to sit there and watch the chat, but he be listening, though. Hi, Kahana. Yeah, see, Julie P. You remember Julie P? Yeah. In the house, look. See, look, is she comfortable over here? She know us. I'm telling y'all, man, this... Look, Bert, look, there go my man, Black Guns and Garden. Look, I'm finna be in LA in March. I thought you said they was acting like they didn't want you to come. This is dope, man. 8 of y'all. Thank y'all, man. I'm 30 minutes in and I'm just chilling. I'm really relaxed. I feel a little more comfortable than I did when I first started my live stream. Like, it was bad, boys. I'm talking about something like this. Fell over on all my equipment, boy. My nerves was bad. I'm talking about, and it happened right when I started my live stream. I started it already. Duh. And then, see, I don't know if people know what it feel like when your production is not working right. Like Saturday, my mic wasn't working. I had no sound. Oh my God, I hate that. And I had to start my live stream 3 times for it to start working. What Julie B say? She said, I will be BG Trip. I will eat dinner. Okay, yeah, you enjoy your dinner, and you don't mind making me a plate, right? I am hungry. I ain't gonna front. But I got a salad waiting for me from last night and some wings, so I'm gonna eat that. Yeah, man. I got a 15-hour layover in China on my way to. In China, you gotta go to China to go to LA. Hold on, I ain't never heard that before. Where you flying from? Man, you must not be flying from America. That's what I'm saying. Like, there ain't no way. Look, how Julie B 25 and 10. What the 25 and 10 stand for, if you don't mind me asking, Julie B? I know you eating and everything. Like, you ain't got to talk with a mouth full of food, but if you don't mind, I'm just curious. The 2010. Oh, 2010. Nah, that ain't what it is. 2510. Mm-hmm. Look, is that what they call it? They call it what they call it? G. What do they? It's called G. G something. G cash. Is that G cash? That's a G cash code. Them Chinese communists gonna detain Bird, like lock up aboard. How's the weather, Will? Hey, Bird. Bird, you ain't answer the question, man. Where you flying from? There ain't no way you going to China and getting a layover that long, and you flying from here to here. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be out the country flying to like China or something. Like, seriously. Look, I avoid China. Well, I mean, we still in business with them, right? Boy, look, Greenland. It seemed like we finna own that. Look, Trump out there, boy. He seemed like he getting ready to take their property. Oh my gosh, that ain't even right, man. Oh man, I wish StreamYards would fix this, because I would like to use the sound effects I have over here, but I gotta go get them all the time. Just in case somebody come through the door, I wanna have something ready for them. Let's see. It was beautiful in the Philippines, but I'm back in jacket freezer, waiting for the plane in Chicago. Oh, you already left? You left? Oh man, I thought you was still on vacation. But I was trying not to say nothing. You know that, right? Look, I'm flying from Manila, trip. Oh, how far were you in William? I just was curious to know. Like, I didn't want to say it though, you know what I mean? But since you know what I mean, I don't want to get too, you know what I mean. So I just yeah. So I be knowing stuff though, but I just don't speak it. You know what I mean? I that out of protection for my people. So I'll be looking at. I don't want to say that. When y'all tell me stuff, like, I just don't mention it. You know what I mean? But it's good to know y'all safe. And then like I really got homeboys that travel the world. Like, you know what I mean? I met from YouTube, like, online. You know what I mean? And they go out here and they actually meet people that they actually met online. You know what I mean? And they actually get to see outside the country. And they go by themselves. Like, seriously. All 3 of y'all in the chat. You know what I mean? Bird, William, Kahana. You know what I'm saying? All y'all. There's probably some more too. But I got mad respect, mad love for y'all, for real. It's actually a little bit warmer. Actually, a little bit warmer here today than it was, Will. I was in CB. That's what okay and okay. Oh, that's the MOA. Okay, that's what the MOA. I got a couple friends with the MOA. Okay. Let's see. Did you leave? Did you leave the airport, Connor? The cab driver told me that too, Connor. What Connor say? A lot of expats leaving Philippines. The new destination, Vietnamese, or is that Vietnam? My fault. Vietnam, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I can't go by myself. No, you know what I mean? Like, but you know, I went to this show last night, and it actually kind of inspired me. You know, just for the simple fact that you know, I I had a chance to look at myself as an entertainer. Like, do you think you can get on that stage and talk to all these people? And I was actually looking at it like with a live band, with all of this behind me, like it was a lot of the theatrical stuff behind me. Like it was like a New York type of scene because it was in New York. And so it's like a New York type of scene, like a Broadway type of scene. To me, that's like real life to me. Like that's alive. And I was looking at myself like, can you do that and talk to these people like you do on your live stream? And I was thinking, I don't know that I could do it live like that, but I've given myself thought of doing something like that over the years. You know what I mean? Like at one time, I felt like, yeah, you know, I felt like there was something inside of me starting to create. How could you do a live performance? You know what I mean, incorporating your live stream, to just like think outside the box, which I would have to kind of like mess with it a little bit, but I was actually thinking of stuff like I could say or how I would write it or how I would present myself or like I'm still working on some things with presenting myself here. Like I ain't right. But I'm just saying in general, these are things that I'll be thinking about. I Let's see, they offered a guiding tour through China. What? I'm not leaving the airport. Why you not leaving the airport, man? What's going on outside the airport? You feel comfortable? Like that's home base? Oh, in China, like, yeah, they're gonna check your social credit score. They go, what was her name? Brittany Winers, or what's her name? She was out there. Oh, that was Russia, huh? Let's say she has some trees though. Man, how you gonna let the movies get you? I don't get that part, man. That's funny. That's funny. They be singing Malaysia. See, but you know the words and stuff, and then you know what that mean. Like, look, I was at R. Garcia live stream today, right? And as soon as I came in there, you know what I mean, she was like the tribulation, like she said something to me, right? And then like I usually don't say much more, I just be in the background, but she had me laughing today because she was laughing and she was speaking in her language, and I was, I don't be knowing, but she had me comfortable up in there, you know what I mean? Because even though she was speaking in a language, when she would laugh, it made me laugh, right? And then she knew I was watching, right? And then she gonna say, she kind of slowed it down, so that I could understand. I feel like it was for me. And she was like, "We're talking about love," and I was like, "Oh." And then she was like, she's like, "We're talking about, me falling in love with a foreigner." She's like, "I think I'll just get to the point where I'm ready to start talking to a foreigner." And I'm like, oh, "Okay." And then she said, how she said, and then we're laughing and we're talking about you know, how we will get along when we disagree or when we argue. Like I'll be trying to say what I'm trying to say, and he'll be trying to say what he's trying to say, and we won't be able to understand each other. And I'm just laughing like, okay, I get it. That's love. You ain't gonna understand each other either which way it goes. Like that's the point of love right there. That just drives people crazy. You know what I mean? We love each other. Let's see. Brittany Garner is iffing. I don't want to laugh at that though, man. Like she be balling though, boy. Let's see. Look, you gotta you gonna be mad stupid to bring trees to Russia. Shucks, boy. That's the thing, boy. Who you gonna call in a situation like that, boy? Let's see. Balaka everywhere nowadays. Well, I mean, what do you think? Let me know. I'm hungry, man. I'm gonna front. I'm always think my girlfriend doesn't understand me. I always think my girlfriend doesn't understand me, but when I make her summarize what I said, she is on spot. Well, hold on, Bird. I don't want to get into that. I'm gonna leave it alone. But okay, like you sharing some information we ain't know, like Bird. What you got going on? Okay, like Michael. Man, I gotta turn these ads off, man. These ads is killing me, man. Let's see. It is a man too. Dang. Y'all gonna get me in trouble, man. Like, you know, the algorithm likes Obama, you know what I mean, and Michelle, you know, and I want to make sure that I just don't want to stir nothing up with nobody, you know what I mean? Because I remember that time. the chick came out of nowhere. She was like, Kahana is disrespectful. She ain't like that. She ain't like that. That's so funny though. Let's see. And Barbara Bush. Yeah, I used to hear some. Man, y'all got me calling out names, but what was the mama name? What was the mama name? Was it? But. Okay. So what I used to hear, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna put it out there. So I used to hear that she was the sister of Allison Crowley. That's what I heard. You know what I'm saying? That's what I heard. Okay. And what else I hear? Yo, so I was just talking about it a little earlier, you know what I mean? And I could actually go get it right now if I want to. I mean, just go get it because Bird is here. I gotta make sure I have my stuff together with Bird in the house. Let me see. I need to do an update too. But let me ask you guys, just because this is some things I've been trying to sort out. How do y'all feel about 50 Cent's putting out the documentary about P. Diddy? You know what I'm saying? Like, does that make you guys have any thoughts? I'm just curious there. That was something that was trending the other day when I was putting together a little list of a couple of things. And then at the same time, I was like, ooh, I might have to. So the question would be, wait. Here you go. So all right, searching the web. All right, so what I seen was I just want to go back in my notes. Hold on, just want to go back. All right. So, okay. A former Bank of England analysis suggests central banks should prepare for a financial shock, triggering if governments formally disclose intelligent extraterrestrial life, saying such news could be extreme market impacts. Though this is speculation, though this is speculation, not confirmed, it's trending online. Conspiracy theorists and wild UFO claims keep circulating social media. Many are from Ribbit communities or influencers, not official science news. Credible scientists continue to debunk these claims and stress that there is no credibility evidence of aliens approaching the Earth. Bank of England says, prepare for aliens. Real concern online or hype? I need people to ask. I need to ask that. UFO theories, 2026. What's real versus the internet noise? Just curious to know. Let me see. Let's see. Let's see what's moving in the world today. Purpose. Let's see. Let's see. I'm looking. Sports and entertainment. Nah. Let me just see the update right quick. Super Bowl. We got people wondering who's going to the Super Bowl. We need to know. Just curious to know. Let me see what else we got. Donald Trump. Let's see. Here's a fresh, live, ready daily update. President Trump is making headlines again at the World Economic Forum in Davos, pushing his idea about Greenland while assuring the world he won't use force. This has stirred up reaction from many global leaders and impacted markets. Korean music was the fourth most streamed globally in 2025. Korean music? Like, whoa. What are they listening to out there in Korea? You know what I mean? Showing that how much music Korea continues to grow worldwide and influence. We're seeing culture and influence shift. That's not just politics, but music worldwide. If Korea's music is the fourth globally, what will the number one be this year? Oh my goodness. Entertainment and music industry. Taylor Swift has made history today. Oh, Lord have mercy. Taylor Swift has made history today as one of the youngest women ever indicted into the Songwriters Hall of Fame. Along legends like Kiss, Alanis, I can't read all those. This is huge in entertainment and music history. Listen, Korea is crazy, Trip. Yo, to go on Mad BDB. Yeah, what up, BDB? The majority of conspiracy theorists become true. Just watch what Hollywood moves and releases the platform. MK Ultra. Oh, that's something they don't want to talk about. They don't want to talk about that. Sabrina Carpenter is confirmed to perform at the. Okay. Sabrina. My fault. Sports and culture, not game stuff. Let's see. No major games right now today, but the Super Bowl buzz continues with entertainment discussions around the halftime. Yo, you know that discussion about halftime of the Super Bowl, that's gonna be a big one this year. You can believe it again. Yeah, when the sports become entertainment first, where does the game end and culture begin? Weird viral buzz talk. Let's see. We did not see confirmed aliens invasions report today, but there are scientists significant things people could talk about in a rare alignment of the sun is happening. Well, objects with the Earth and the sun is happening soon. Interesting for space watchers, but not invasion. Um, man, people are hyped with space stuff online, man. I'm telling you. But the real silence is cool without the alien panic, boy. And that's all I got, man. That's all I got. Let's see. Hey, Bird. I was stationed in back in the day in French. Rude as hell, man. I'm 50, boy. I'm almost 1 hour. I felt like I could get out here and at least try to get me an hour and a half, 2 hours. Uh, because I don't know if I'm gonna do it tomorrow or not. Like I would like to, but I don't know. Man. I just kind of wanted to just let's see. Is there anything interesting we could talk about? Like, give us some news or some entertainment. You know what I mean? Give us something we can have a discussion about. Make it interesting. Let's see, man. Let's see if we can find. Let's see. Let's see. Why are documentary? Why are documentaries exposing celebrities suddenly popular? Uh, we've seen documentaries around people like 50 Cent producing content about figures like Sean Combs. And it's not just hip hop. Discussions, angles, this is the key. Why does the public only want the truth after someone fails? Are documentaries and justice, are documentaries about justice or control of the narrative? Mm. Would we want our lives documented if everything went left? Ask the chat. Do documentaries expose truth or do they just decide who gets the last word? Mm. This always opens real conversations. This says gamers feels more important than sports right now. Why? Not the games, the culture. Gamers make more money streaming than some athletes. Kids recognize streamers more than ball players. Games do not need permission, leagues, or scouts. Ooh, that's for all the gamers out there. Let's see. Discussion angle. Uh, is is gaming the new music industry? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Is gaming the new music industry? Is competition moving from physical to digital? Why do people trust gamers more than celebrities? Yo, I'm telling you, man, this is good information right here, man. Ask the chat. If you had to if you had to bet your future, would you choose sports, music, or gaming? Hmm. If you had to bet your future, would you choose sports, music, or gaming? That's a good question. Uh, Foreign women aren't gonna find any clothes if they go shopping. And he talked about what he's seen. That's pretty deep to me, man. Um, is gaming the new music industry? I gotta go get ready for work, guys. Take care, man. You be careful out there, Bird. You 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 did say you was out there in Manila, right? I thought you weren't going until like the 20 something. Like I thought you. I don't know, man. Maybe it's just me. I was surprised how many shoes fit me in the Philippines. I didn't have any problem finding size 11 Crocs, but the clothes were all too small. I'm sorry. I ain't trying to laugh. I ain't trying to laugh. Let's see. Um, World talk. No politics, just real. Okay. Why does the world feel like it's always about to collapse? Let's see. Why does the world feel like it's always about to collapse? No fear, just observation. Every year, economic crash, rumors. True. Every year, war rumors. True. Every year, end times talk. True. Every year, people still wake up and go to work. You just heard Bird say he got to go. You got to go get ready for work. Discussion angle. Is the world actually worse, or are we just more informed? Did people in the 80s feel like this, but without the internet? Is anxiety the real pandemic? Whoa, whoa, that's big to me. That is big. Is anxiety the new pandemic? Damn, that's a nice one. Ask the chat. Do you think the world is getting worse, or are we just hearing everything at once? Because Panoy guys don't lift heavy, William. They lift Red Horse thoughts. Red Horse, isn't that alcohol? Let's see. Conspiracy style, but grounded. This is your lane. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Why do people want aliens to be real and right now? Not are aliens real? That's boring. Better angle. People trust aliens more than they trust governments. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. Like people are trusting aliens more than they trusting governments. Like I don't trust either one. I'm gonna keep it real. Like I don't think you can trust them at all. But that's deep right there. Like I like that. That's deep. Like ooh. People trust YouTubers more than the news. Shout out to all my fellow YouTubers out there that's giving the information to the people. You know what I mean? Or just saying something out there to put in the atmosphere to make the people think, to encourage people, to uplift people, to do anything to try to push people, motivate people, you know, keeping people strong. You know what I mean? Shout out to my fellow YouTubers out there doing their justice out in these streets and doing whatever they got to do to help, you know what I mean, with the people. People want something bigger than this system. Is that true? Like some people are looking to have some. I have anxiety when I wake up. uh, uh, I don't believe you're the only one in this world. I will say that, you know what I'm saying? And I could guarantee you ain't the only one. Now, is it anxiety? Oh no. It may be frustration. Let's see. Is alien talk really about hope? Hope? Like, how you gonna get hope out of an alien? Or about escaping broken systems? Yo, so what did they say, man? That they are gonna start developing systems from the aliens? Mm-hmm. Or about not trusting authority anymore. Now, I'm not going to tell you to go against authority because that is not what scripture would tell you to do. But I will tell you this, though, boy, you got to be careful out here. So ask the chat. If aliens showed up tomorrow, would people believe them more than the government? Um, I think there's a chance of that. I think there's a chance of that. And the reason why I say I think there's a chance of that is because they would believe them, like anything that they said. You know what I mean? I think that the world would just go with the narrative is, that's kind of weird, but I don't know. That one gets people typing. Let's see. Quick biblical connection. One line, no sermon. You can anchor this like, okay. 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 Oh, shucks. I'm thinking you have more. Excuse me. So anyway, I'm an hour in, struggling out here. Boy, some people have come, some people have gone. Aliens will show up soon, and nobody will realize the U.S. is breeding them inside a facility. That's what I like about William right there. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I think ain't nobody listening, ain't nobody participating, somebody always listening, and it be him. You know what I'm saying? And he say stuff that made me think. And that right there, you can't say it can't be true. And the reason why I say that is when talking about this situation, you got to expect the unexpected. And I'm feeling like these days, like you've heard more of it come out. I think it's ever since Hillary Clinton was running for office, it has come out more as if they have seen some type of documents or they seen some type of evidence. You know what I mean? And out of nowhere, it's like they trying to. So is it like they normalized it? I would say yes, in a way, because it seemed like people are accepting to it. Like I don't, I I just never rocked with it because I looked into the Anunnaki and I looked into Nephilim. You know what I'm saying? And just like what I believe, you know what I mean? Like there ain't no way we finna be cool with no aliens. I'm keeping it real. Like if you ain't human, you know what I'm saying? We can't rock. That's just it. Yo, you can at least know that a human has a way of switching how they act, you know what I mean? But you don't know how. Man, be deceived by anything, anyone, so if they telling you it's cool, you should go out here and you should kick it with it, you should have one live with you, you know what I mean, and you should buddy up with one, get a buddy system. Yo, I'm telling you, don't trust them. You know what I mean? And they try to. How could you compare aliens to government? Like, if the Simpsons was right, did the Simpsons try to tell you that there was aliens in the government? I'm just keeping it real. Like, dang, man, made me want to kind of look into it a little more. Like, hold on, maybe I should pick this back up. I just kind of learned now when I'm on my live stream, like you gotta be quick to just pick up anything to just keep you going. You know what I mean? Like it don't mean leave because ain't nobody here or don't nobody participate or people busy. You know what I'm saying? Like this is my live stream. I gotta continue to press to make it enjoyable or entertainable or something that somebody will rewind back or see or say again, or maybe it's the information that's out there, or maybe, you know what I mean, whatever. Like that's what it is for me, and then enjoy it while you're doing it, But for me, it's like I have to build it. I have to do what I gotta do. I gotta get out there and do it. I can't expect people to do it for me. I agree with William Government denied UFOs for decades. Now all of a sudden, their disclosure and they admit it's true. Something escaped. I want to say I could see that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like something happened where they can't hide it no more. You know what I mean? Like they gotta tell the truth because either that or it's a little population of them. You know what I'm saying? But for what you don't know what's going on in the dark. Man, look, they have always talked about underground cities and stuff like that, and these bunkers and stuff like that. They put it as if there is a whole civilization somewhere else, maybe in the sea. Like they make it seem like these are underwater creatures. Like some people, they got a whole underwater world, and then they make it seem like over in what's that? The Atlantics. What's the one? The Ice Age. It's been a while since I talked about this stuff. I looked into it, you know what I mean? But I was looking into some things yesterday that kind of opened my eyes. But see, I don't really be caring about this stuff no more. Like I used to care, but the older that I got, man, you only care about the world you create and what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? It's just I'm not interested in the stuff as I was when I was younger. I found it more interesting in the way that life was moving or shifting. That it's not like it was when I was young. Revelation 9:14-5. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what though. What's gonna be fun for me? No, I ain't gonna say it. Read it out loud, Trips. All right, let me go get it. Let me go get that joint right quick. Cause it's been a minute since I done read some word on my live stream. And I love the word, Let's see, was it 9:14? All right, here you go. Let me see. Boom, and then 9, and then 14. 14, 15. Okay. Saying to the sixth angel with the trumpet. Let me just go back to 13 and start as the sixth trumpet. Then the sixth angel sounded his trumpet, and I heard a voice from the four horns of the golden altar before God, saying to the sixth angel with the trumpet, release the four angels who are bound at the great river Euphrates. So the four angels who have been prepared for the hour and the day and the month and the year were released to kill a third of mankind, and the number of mounted troops were 200 million. I heard their number. I could keep on because that's interesting because, it's something prepared. That's all I could say for that. You know what I mean? Like there's a day that is prepared, and I think for anybody, we just want to try to get ourselves right, for that day, I think that's what it is for me, man. Just kind of continuing to build. So I thank you for sharing that one because the Euphrates River has dried up, and it's some prophecies in that and all the rest of that, But I ain't trying to get out here and teach that. I ain't at all qualified for it. But as a believer, it's something different. You know what I'm saying? Like I just want to witness the truth. So yeah, man. Man, what you got going up that you even chilling, man? Like you busy? I know you are. But just you even joining, man, that meant a lot. Let's see, red time, real time. The Euphrates is now dry. Yeah, man. And it's interesting, because they just sacrificed the red heifer too. You know what I'm saying? I know a little bit about that, man. But no, I used to when I was telling people earlier, when I was talking about the whole alien thing, I used to talk about I used to not talk about it, but I used to read about, or I used to learn about the Nephilim, and just um, Anunnaki, and it's a couple of people that are involved in hip hop that actually have a clothing brand with the Anunnaki. And I ain't gonna say no names. Like some people know who it is or who, And I used to actually rock with them. You know what I mean? And some of the stuff that they have done. But I think I got to the place that it's like the Anunnaki. Like I don't know. Like just like it's a couple of names I can mention. I just never got into it. Shout out to Kyle Krippner is in the house. Kyle Vlogs channel is in the building. What's going on with you, Kyle? How's your weekend, man? How's your week going? Shout out to you. I'm still in the building. What you got going on in there? Let me see. Well, I'm tired, bro. I ain't go front. I got this food. I'm finna go ahead and eat, and then I am definitely going to sleep. Being in love should have brought your butt home last night. It's been going good, not bad. Chili Willy, it's getting really good. How you doing today, my friend? I'm tired, man. I'm struggling. I'm really just straggling along to get this one done. I try to stay for my 2 hours, man, but I don't even know that I'm gonna be able to do it just because I'm drained, man. I really am. I'm not getting enough sleep. I'm not eating. I was super hungry last night, and then ordered some food, and then I was just too sleepy to eat it. And then it's like I go to sleep, and then I'm not sleep long. It seems like I'm only napping just to get up and finish doing stuff. I'm moving. I'm trying to do something that I really enjoy doing. I'm becoming more passionate about. I want to shout out my man Rick One Ball. I just want to let people know he good. I had a chance to holler at him the other day. Um, had a dope conversation with him. I'm gonna wait for him to come through and share to the people. What he want to share, but I found out some things. It was like, damn, what I'm saying? I'm glad I called him, what I'm saying? And that ain't, to make it seem like anything is wrong, but he back on these streets doing his thing. But he been on Facebook, what I'm saying? And I was actually looking for him, to show, just to stop by today, But, one day that I'm on the live stream, he'll probably do that. Trips, listen to this. Oh yeah, I heard that. So you do believe that they are angels locked down until their time? Not. I'm just saying. Like I did look into that. Like in the day, back in the day, I heard the sounds and everything, and I was wondering, like, you know, how you felt about that. Because I know when I first met you, we used to kind of like talk about these things, and um, that's kind of interesting, and just bring it up these days. Let's see. They unleashed already. You think they gone already? I don't know. I don't know. Um, you know what I always look for? I'm gonna be real with you. Or I'm gonna just say this is the way I had imagined it. Um, so they would have these two witnesses, and these witnesses would cause a scene to make the world watch them. I don't. I never could understand how would they be seen around the world. You know what I'm saying? But I was always looking at the way that they would marv the people. You know what I'm saying? Like people would see them be able to perform miracles, and like call fire from the sky and stuff like that. I've always looked at it like that, and then I looked at it like they's gonna get murdered in the streets, in the park, and then people was gonna party, what I mean, and celebrate them dying because stuff was starting to happen to them, you know what I mean, and it's like God has a timing, for like these bowls to pour out, His wrath, what I mean, like his anger is put up in like vials, like bowls, and like there's a time where it just um releases, and them angels, what I mean, like they have a certain place where it's all orchestrated, what I'm saying, like that's their purpose, that's their time, you know um whenever God says, so we just want to try to make ourselves get right, before that time. The unseen spiritual world is way more powerful than, you know um I used to be into that really, really, really heavy into like spiritual warfare and stuff. Like there is another world that's outside of this world. Um, some people can see it, some people can't. I feel like I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest. I feel like I seen in that realm, but only in my praise. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a way you gotta go there. You know what I mean? And that was something I felt before, but there's a world that I believe that people are trying to get to, and I believe you could do that with CERN. I believe you could do that. I don't know no other ways. To be honest with you, I know CERN, but I don't know. Maybe with Ouija. I don't know how people do dark magic. I'm not into that. I'm totally not into that. Um, but I do believe that people do talk to these spirits, and these spirits um they influence people. They give people power. They um and people believe it. I think that they actually really deceive people. You know what I mean? With their power. And I don't know how to get really too deep into it, but there's a power God has given us, you know what I mean? Especially when you get your life to him, you know what I mean, and you get a relationship with him, and then you get into your praise, like you can see into a world that's unseen. And I believe that, these people out there, they're trying to get that world to not be unseen anymore. They wanna bring what's in that other world into this world. And I believe when they do it, and that veil rip, and them people actually see what's coming into this world, well, I believe it's gonna make their hearts fail, and I believe that's what it is. Um, but that was just me paraphrasing what I think and how I believe. But what I mean, I ain't got the answers. I ain't got the truth. I ain't no preacher, no teacher. But I have been in the word to kind of see a couple things. But you got to go in there and find it for yourself. That's what I would say. John 17:16, Romans 12. Um, I believe it because I felt it, saw it. Um, but I mean, I just will say though, either which way it goes, that the Bible does say, I mean, that man's hearts will fail him for what's coming to this world. Um, I think for me, that's always been my thing. It's like my battle with my relationship with God. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never had a clean relationship. Like my relationship always been rocky, trying to get myself right. I've always blamed me in front of the side of God. And I just feel like, I always just try to struggle to get my life right because boy, I wanna put myself in a position where, when God does make his return, or even like the Bible says that man's hearts will fail them for what's coming to the earth. You know what I'm saying? What you want to be sealed, you know what I'm saying? And I just try not to let my belief waver, you know what I'm saying? Even though I have my struggles in life, you know what I mean? Whether it's temptation or my mouth, you know, and how I speak or how I think, you know what I mean? Like the things my mind, you know, does to me, you know. Um, but in the end, you know, I've always just tried to deal with that part of my identity, my personality. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've struggled with it for a long time, since my 20s when I first gave my life to Christ. Um, it ain't never been right. You know, it seemed like life got harder, you know, it got more of a struggle, you know, and the older that I got, you know, it just now I'm patient, you know, I'm understanding, I'm able to sit down and think about it, but I still make mistakes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't not been perfect, but I do want to get myself to a place where, you know what I'm saying, I have no worries to be, you know, sealed, you know, until the day of redemption, you know what I mean? Because it's gonna be some stuff coming to the earth that's gonna be stinging people, and if you ain't got that seal on your forehead, you know what I mean, you're gonna be tortured, you know. I think it's like, what was it, like 3 to 6 months? I don't know. I just know that it's gonna be like some things that's gonna be coming out here that got little scorpion tails, and they're gonna be stinging people. And I'm just like, man, I don't like scorpions in real life, you know. So you already know. So they'll come out here stinging on me. So yeah, man. This is just not even me philosophizing or saying anything. Like, you know what I mean? This is like from the understanding that I have got over the years, you know. Um, I believe in post tribulation. I believe that they're gonna deliver us up to be afflicted. I mean, what did it say? You're gonna be delivered up to be afflicted and kill you. They're gonna kill you. You know what I mean? That's always what I believe, you know. I always want to get myself to a place or to a point where I could speak back when it's time, you know what I'm saying, to resist. You know, I want to be able to stand up, you know, and face those people that the Bible tells us we're gonna be able to face, kings and governors, and you know what I mean. You're gonna be able to stand before them. You know what I'm saying. He told you don't worry about what to say, you know, because the Holy Spirit gonna put it in your mouth. You know, what He wants you to say. So I think that's what I'm on right now. You know what I mean? Is that, you know, I want to be right, you know, get myself in order, you know, where God could use me, you know, if He still could use me, or if He still want to use me, you know what I mean? Because I'm ratchet, dirty, you know. But no, but in strength, on the strength of it all, you know what I mean? If He could use me when the time is needed, you know what I mean? It might just be that time. Just like the ones, the angels, you know what I mean, that is locked up and ready for their purpose and their time. You know what I mean? There might be a time where something happens in this world and everybody gonna be covering that news. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't even gonna have to put it in your title, because the algorithm gonna be flooding the streets with people, new people. People will be coming back on these streets. People that already been out here on these streets, and it's gonna be some people that never been here. And I'm telling you, man, it's always like that when there's big news. You know what I mean? And I'm not looking for it, but I'm telling you, when it happens, you know what I mean, it's gonna make everybody's channel flood. It's gonna make everybody look good. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be able to see the algorithm work, you know, to your advantage. You know what I mean? But I feel like it ain't no real world news. You know what I mean? Like nobody's really glued into listening to YouTube or watching, um, you know, something for some information. Like everybody's taking care of their own personal life and what they're going through. Like everybody going through something in some way or another. You know what I mean? And breaking that ice to come around people. Like some people, it's just hard to do that. You know, for me, it's been hard. It's been hard. You know what I mean? Because I just get to a point I ain't got nothing to say. I really want to talk. You know, I just go to my little hole in the wall just so I could just, you know, build with myself, find something to keep me focused, you know what I mean, to keep my attention in some place, you know, and that's what I've been doing, man. Like, I ain't worried about having no bunch of people on my channel or, you know, going out there to promote myself, to make myself so big. Like I never cared about that. You know what I mean? Like I've always wanted to stay under the radar. So I never cared about how my thumbnails looked or how, you know, I don't have no format or I don't never have nothing to talk about when I come out here. Like I just talk. I'm all around the board with just speaking, you know what I'm saying? Just chilling, you know, just come out here and just be on my live stream. That's all I like to do. You know, I tell people, you know, I ain't nobody different than you. You know what I'm saying? I struggle like you. You know what I'm saying? I go through stuff just like any normal everyday person. You know what I mean? Um, I just look at myself just differently. Like, yo, I see myself a certain kind of way all this time, and like I want to see myself differently. You know what I'm saying? See my man happy. See my man smiles. I want to see people happy. You know what I'm saying? I I don't want to see people down. You know, and that's why I'm gonna be out here for. Like if it happen, and a lot of people gonna be in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna be here. You know what I mean? And I just wanted to make sure I have my content right, have my platform set up right. You know what I mean? That when people do come by, they're able to sit here and see something. You know what I mean? When I'm not here, you know, or hopefully we can create something. Just you know, people enjoy being a part of. You know, that's what I want to do. You know, um, I want to grow, but I, if I want to do something, I want people to find me for what I do. You know, I I done been through the point where I done went out and promoted myself. I done went out and promoted other people. I done went out, you know, like, subscribe, you know, telling people, you know, come by and this and that. You know, it's just certain things I did. I just don't want to do it again. Uh, you're doing a good job, Trips. Keep pushing. You know, give me 2 months, yo. I told people I wasn't even gonna be back till March. You know what I'm saying? I'm actually doing more now than I thought I was gonna be able to get done. I tried to give myself March just because I knew how busy I was gonna be. Right now is the best time for me to get as much content as I can because I'm gonna have to go off the grid, you know what I mean, in a minute because once I get my new credits, I got stuff in place for it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all ready to come in. I'm just waiting for the first of the month. You know what I mean? When they renew my credits and I can go back, get me new content. That's what I've been doing the last few days. Just download new content, writing new stuff. You know what I mean? Just setting stuff up and just letting my inventory build up where I'm not putting out nothing. I'm not rushing. All I'm doing right now, I'm trying to make sure that my system is straight. G Wiz said it right on my last live stream. You know what I mean? Where he said, I'm careful about what I'm putting out to the world. Like I want to be careful about that. And I want to make sure that everything is tight. And just like he said, it ain't gonna be no whole bunch of new ideas. It's strengthening the ideas we already have to make them sit strong. And once they sit strong and I can get out here and present something to look guaranteed and fresh, I'm gonna keep running. You know what I mean? And I feel like in the next 2-3 months, that's what it's gonna be. Because I gotta hurry up and get this animation together so that I can start working on my clothes. My clothes is what started me to doing this. I made this myself. You know what I'm saying? It was the clothes, you know, that I was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead and learn how to design and make my own stuff. So I went and got the stuff to do that. I that thing right there, that's the cutter right there. I'm pointing at it right to the light blue thing. That's the Cricut. It's a cutter. I can get out here on the live stream and design stuff and cut right here on the live stream. There's a whole community for that. Yo, I found out there's a whole community for branding. Like if you want to, you know, start a brand, make clothing, all the rest. It's a whole community for that. And last year I started to join that community. I started making videos and stuff like that. But I'm a live streamer, you know what I'm saying? I can't just talk to an empty audience. I mean, I could talk to an empty audience, but I can't just talk to a empty audience that's not live. Like I got to be all the way live. So anyway, I was learning with the clothing, you know what I'm saying? And I'm learning now, you know what I mean, that I need to take my time and go and design the stuff that I would like to wear. Like I'm seriously gonna make some stuff. I was just trying to get the clothing online store created so that I could go and mess with the music, the radio station, so I can go and mess with, the network, try to do the visuals, all the rest of that stuff. Like I'm doing all that stuff with myself. And I like it, I love to just keep going forward and doing that. See, I feel the same, Trips. I've been doing so much that people back in the day, I can't do that anymore. I can't. Rick used to always say, I don't see how you can go and support people all day. I felt then my channel ain't gonna grow. You know what I mean? I learned I wasn't gonna get nothing done. You know what I'm saying? I need to go and sit down and do what I gotta get done. You know what I mean? That's just the bottom line to it, and it's a lot of time that I put in the past, you know, um, that now, what I mean, if I don't go out and support, what I mean, my channel ain't gonna grow. But if I go and do the content, it'll continue to grow. That's just the way I look at it. I got to go make me a video. Then I'm in the house, you know what I mean? If ain't nobody at the video, I still made the video. And then go back to what I'm doing in the lab. I'm behind the scenes doing some stuff. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. In my back. I'm stuck. All right, I'm back. I'm back. Hold on. So what I was trying to say was, man, I need to take about like two more months, you know what I mean? And I was wondering when will I pull out the next videos and stuff like that, because I'm behind the scenes stacking everything up, you know what I mean? That when I put it out, it's gonna look a lot more detailed, it's gonna look a lot more correct, it's gonna look like I didn't rush. It's gonna see before it's like I feel like I was rushing to hurry up and get the idea out so I can get past some things. It was the opening of the city. I wanted to hurry up and put that out there and then get into the animations. But now that I'm into the animations, I done changed up the format on how I'm gonna do it, and now I know what I'm gonna do. So that's what I've been doing, man. I'm just trying to make sure in the next 2 months I have enough of it, and that's what I'm gonna do. That when I do put it out, these ones are gonna be the ones that are officially gonna be the foundation of what I'm gonna move off of. Like the other stuff was me putting it out, trying stuff and putting the idea out there just to say that the idea is there. Now I can move. So that's what I'm gonna do. But I want to do that. But I'm gonna be putting out some designs, like some clothes. Like my main thing, and this is what I've been thinking in the last couple of days, is that the designs and the clothing has to be done by the summer. So as long as I have it down by the summer and I have all that set and go, and I have the new animations up and stuff like that, so around July or August, it's gonna be on and cracking. And then when the new 2K come out, it's gonna be popping. You know what I'm saying? Like this summer, I'm gonna be able to go out and do stuff. I'm gonna be able to have, man. I got it all up here, man. Sometimes I feel like my production effort is worthless, but when reassessing, I did only for me, man. That's what it's about, man. Kind of God gonna bless you. I know this. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, you a good dude. You do a lot for a lot of people. You done looked out for a lot of people. I done seen a lot that you have done. Your work, you know what I'm saying, speaks for itself. Like you're official. Like people promote you. People speak highly of you. You just a good dude. There's nothing I could say wrong about you. You know what I mean? Like, you've been a friend for me. Like, yo, you always give me your ear. You know what I mean? Like, you look out for the kid. You know, you've helped reinvent myself at one time or another. You know what I mean? Just anything with the music, yo, you've always looked out. So what I'm saying is this, man. It may not seem like nobody there. You know what I mean? Just know you are respected, man. People love you. You know what I mean? And God gonna bless you. Regardless if it ain't the people or the person that you want. You know what I'm saying? It's other people he gonna send your way. You know what I mean? And that was part of my prayer. That's part of my prayer now that I probably have not prayed in a while. Lord, send me to the people. Lord, send the people to me. You know what I'm saying? But God only send them to me when I'm ready. If you don't think I'm ready, don't send them yet. You know what I'm saying? But sit me down and get me prepared so that when you send them, I'm right. That's all it has to be, man. We're gonna be there for one another. You know what I'm saying? Like, I haven't had a chance to move like I used to move because, man, I'm wanting more for myself out of this content. You know what I'm saying? I want to make me a lane in a direction where I don't have to ask people to donate or look out for me. You know what I'm saying? I want to go out there and get it myself. From the things that I learned and the things that I know. Shout out to Rick One Ball again. It's because of Rick, yo. And I'm gonna tell him when he come to my live stream, like I told him the other day. We sat on the phone for a minute. He used to always tell me about my thumbnails. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to learn them thumbnails. But after I learned them, it's other stuff I wanted to learn. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can I make my own clothes? How can I make that image move? You know what I mean? And then how can I make that image talk? It's some things I learned, there's some things I tried, there's some things I will never try again. But I learned to do everything I had a question about. If you got a question about it, ask the question. I'm a very inquisitive person. I ask a lot of questions, but you'll never know the truth if you don't ask the questions. You've been my mental support since I met you. You're consistent. I'm gonna tell you this, Kahana. I'm glad you stay close, just because before I met you, your condition is way different than it is now that I'm in your life and you in my life. Like, seriously, like you wasn't even into the music like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, and shout out to MJ Recording Studio in the Essence Band, yo, that we used to be able to have a spot to chill. You know, good music, good band, uh, uh, beautiful scenery. You know what I'm saying? Like, great production. Like, everything was intact. You know what I mean? And a steady flow. And he rocked with us. And I never knew that MJ was gonna rock with us, but he seen somebody that was just like him. Like, we young, we chill. You know what I mean? Like, we have fun. And MJ, it's like he adopted us. Like, seriously, like, he brought us in. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you guys are part of my production. Like, you got this good production though. And that's the truth. You know what I mean? Like, it was the love of that. You know what I mean? But Kahana and I both was in the same place. Man, you always looking out for me, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he always do. You know what I mean? And I don't want your money. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, always been good people to me, man. True friends walk when the rest of the world walks out. They ain't walk out. They went to go handle their business. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody handling their business. I learned that about a lot of people out here on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I ain't mad at nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy to see people move on and be happy. Because I moved on and been happy. And I'm thinking that anybody could do that. But real talk though, I think we met each other. You know what I'm saying, at the right time. I was trying to reinvent myself. You know what I'm saying, and I think you was trying to invent yourself. You know what I mean? And I think it was a perfect match, you know what I mean, for us musically. I think it helped us with our depression. You know what I mean? I think we was both going through something at the time. And you can come across people like that, you know, out here, you know what I mean? Like you find somebody actually depressed with something, going through something, you know what I mean? But I learned that it was like the people that I was around, you know what I mean? Before I started my channel, I ain't had nobody. But then I started my channel, I started to find something I enjoy doing. I started to be around people I enjoy being around, you know what I mean? And I started to grow, you know, and I think that growth, man, me and Kahana just been growing together from day one. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell, like he's my best friend out here in these streets. Like we're really close, you know. Talk to him online, offline, you know. But the thing about it is, when it comes to his girl, I was playing. When it comes to his girl, like shucks, man. He left the kid hanging. I feel like you ditched me, man. Like I really feel like, you know, like we had plans, we was gonna do something. And then, you know what I mean? Like I feel like the girls came, you know what I mean? And you like, you went with the girls. Like, you know what, Trip? You didn't even tell me nothing. You just left. My girl's priority. Yeah, I get it, man. But you gotta tell yo, it was a no call, no show for 2 days in a row. Especially when we had something planned, like, yo, it was supposed to be after football. That's all I could tell you. And I'm sitting up here like, yo, I gave you time. I'm gonna have to turn Ike Israel out. Yo, shout out to him once again. Let me call him out. Ike Israel, man, just dropped his new book. You know what I'm saying? And it's a book with a soundtrack of the book. And man, I'm just talking about, man, if you are his friend or anybody out there, if you're a friend on Facebook, you know what I'm saying, shout him out. You know, hit his comment, you know, say what's up. Because that's a big thing, man. A book, that junk out. Yeah, he got it out yesterday. Like he kept on sending me stuff, and I kept on telling you on the live stream, like, Izzo working on something. He got that junk out. He's excited. You know what I mean? I'm excited. You know, he actually was gonna come by here on the live stream, but he's busy. You know, he working on what's next. You know, but he made that book and keeping it moving. That's for sure. Where he did, I told him to send me the link, but he sent me. It's clarified. It's definitely out. But I don't know if you're friends with him on Facebook. If you are, then you can link with him. But man, I was so happy to see that, man. I wanted to say shout out to him, man, because I've been talking to Izza every day for like, I mean, well, okay, I've been talking to Izza the last few weeks, you know, like every day. Well, not every day, because Izza's super busy now. But what people don't know is that I've been working with Izzo for 30 years. You know what I mean? Like we've been back and forth just helping each other. Even when we on our own mission or on our own projects, you know what I'm saying? Like we still keep in contact during the projects, you know, and we just give each other, you know, just knowledge, you know, give each other, you know, just information. And I'm super proud of him, man. I'm super proud of him. You know, so I just wanted to say, you know, shout out to Ike Izzle, man. You know, you doing your thing, man. And I'm proud of you, man. So when I do get the link, I'm gonna share it for people, you know, that you could check it out if you want like to get involved with that. And where? Yeah, so yeah, so hopefully people went to check out his Facebook. If you are on his Facebook, you know what I mean? I believe that the link is there. I asked, let me see if you send it. Nah, he ain't sending the job. He ain't sending the I could call him, but I ain't gonna call him. He's actually he actually said that he'll run with me on 2K, you know what I mean, if he has some time, you know, because you know, like we both like busy on some stuff, but we've been trying to fit some time into 2K, and man, I might just go run me one just because, you know what I mean, I could get done with my day real quick like that. He's still in Texas. No, I actually he is in Charlotte now. You know, Man, I'm really proud of that dude right there. I'm serious. Like, yo, for 30 years, I've been working with him side by side, in the family business, and it's big to me because we doing stuff from where we started. We started rapping. You know what I'm saying? We don't rap no more, it seemed like. You know what I'm saying? It's like we can make the music, we got music or whatever, but it's like we branched it out from the stuff we was doing with rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's something bigger than rap, because now it's like you put yourself in a position to be a mobile. You know what I mean? And Izzo he's always been that. He's been his business. He's been his own product. And he has countless amount of music. And this music is his. He owns it. I just think it's dope, man. So shout out to Izzo, man. Salute. I'm ready to see what's gonna happen next. I'm hoping he gonna work with me on some stuff. Because him and I got some ideas, man, that we gonna try to branch together, and we just got to get more time in on doing stuff that we're doing. But I just would real say, man, if you guys are working on anything and I could help you with anything, let me know. It's a couple of y'all, man. You only got to ask me once, and I'm gonna move on it if I could help you in any kind of way. So it's about just being together, sticking together, trying to be there for one another. So I am actually happy that I'm at the end of this live stream because, boy, it's rough. It's rough to get started. I ain't gonna front. It's rough, but I think I'm gonna go run me a game right quick. Since I'm done early and it's noon, I think I'm gonna eat me something and I'm gonna run me a game on the Tribulation Network. So if y'all looking for something to do a little later, I might go and put an hour or two in over there. If you want to, join the live stream from continuance of this, you know what I mean? That's where we'll be going. Well, I said will. Like, there's a bunch of people up in here, you know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm going to go, and the Tribulation Network is right here. So I'm about to do that, man. So God bless you, man. Thank you, Kahana, man, again, man, for your donation, man, your love, man, just your talent, man. You know what I mean? Dude has always been that for me. I truly appreciate you, man. Thank you guys for stopping by. Bird, BDB, everybody that did stop by a little earlier, man. Kyle Krippner, how he does. Each one of y'all, man. I'm gonna see y'all soon, man. I can already see, man. I might have to take another day off. So I'll see y'all as soon as I get a chance, man. God bless you, man. Thank y'all for stopping by the live stream. Peace.